The podcast studio was dimly lit, lined with untouched books, and a flag draped in the corner like a silent witness. Kash Patel sat across from the host, who grinned as if expecting something explosive. It was supposed to be just another episode, a routine mix of tough talk and innuendo for the loyal audience. About halfway through, Patel leaned in, lowered his voice, and dropped a bombshell. "I'm just gonna say it," he muttered, eyes flicking off camera. "Jasmine Crockett's been taking money from foreign donors." Off the books. The host's eyebrows shot up. "What kind of foreign donors?" Patel, now brimming with confidence, replied, "Middle Eastern, a few Chinese nationals." "That's what I'm hearing from reliable people on the Hill. No names, no documents, no specifics, just a claim lobbed into the ether." By the time the clip hit Twitter, it had 2 million views. Blogs amplified it, cable news ran with it, and YouTube channels churned out clickbait. Crockett scandal trended before dusk. In Dallas, Jasmine Crockett's district office was a quiet corner of a bustling city. Her staff was blindsided, fielding furious voicemails before they even grasped the accusation. Theo Whitman, her press secretary, burst into her office, one AirPod dangling, clutching a tablet. "Jasmine, you need to see this." She paused mid-call, watched the clip, and her jaw tightened. "Did he just say what I think he said?" Theo nodded. Silence hung heavy. She stared out the window, then stood. "Call Michael. I want legal options by tonight. If he wants smoke, he's about to choke." The word bribe carries a unique sting for a congresswoman, implying crimes, even treason. For Crockett, who'd built her reputation on transparency and fierce accountability, it was personal. The story snowballed. People with no stake in politics formed opinions. Some saw the clip as confirmation of biases. Others called it a baseless smear. But this wasn't just another internet lie. It came from a former Trump official on a platform millions trusted. Even Crockett's allies urged her to act. The next morning, she met with her inner circle at home: Theo, campaign advisor Rena Price, and attorney Michael Dandridge. "We file fast," Michael said. "Defamation." 80 million. Crockett raised an eyebrow. "Why that number?" He adjusted his glasses. "Because they'll remember it. Because it sends a message. Because it'll make him think twice." She nodded. "Do it." But Crockett wasn't just filing a lawsuit. She wanted to make a statement, not on Twitter or cable news, but in court where facts would speak. She didn't anticipate how quickly things would escalate, or how spectacularly Patel would unravel. The media feasted. Patel, instead of backtracking, doubled down. The court filing landed Monday at noon, a crisp complaint in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas, Crockett v. Patel, civil action number 24-1837. It demanded $80 million, accusing Patel of spreading knowingly false statements that harmed her reputation and safety. Crockett's team sent the filing to every major newsroom and fair-minded reporter, paired with her statement. "In an age where misinformation is currency, I refuse to let lies pay the bills for those who profit off character assassination. This isn't about politics, it's about truth." That day, she posted a video on social media, speaking directly to the camera from a plane office. "People think you can say anything about a black woman in Congress and get away with it. I'm here to show them they're wrong." It hit 1.5 million views by nightfall. In Florida, Patel was prepping for another podcast when his producer whispered the news. He laughed. 80 million? For what, being too truthful? The host chuckled nervously, but Patel pressed on. "Jasmine Crockett's a loudmouth who plays the victim. She can file whatever, she won't win." That clip aired the next morning, a catastrophic misstep. By refusing to retract and mocking the suit, he handed Crockett's team proof of malice, a key element in defamation cases for public figures who must show the accuser knew the claim was false or acted with reckless disregard for truth. Legal analysts noticed. On CNN, Preston Jacks called it as clean-cut a defamation case as I've seen. Even conservative voices urged caution. A Dallas Tribune op-ed warned, "Patel may think he's owning the libs, but he just walked into a courtroom yelling, 'I have no proof.'" Crockett's composure stood in stark contrast. She wasn't screaming or trading insults, she was methodical. While Patel toured fringe podcasts, she sat with major networks laying out facts. On MSNBC, when asked if this was political, she said, No, I'm doing this so the next person thinks twice before destroying someone's name for likes. Public sentiment shifted. Independents posted, I didn't know her before, but I respect how she's handling this. Others noted how quickly rumors turn dangerous when amplified by big platforms. Crockett's next move was bold. She requested a live interview with Patel, not for drama, but accountability. His team stalled, but the media frenzy grew. The morning after the lawsuit's announcement, newsrooms buzzed. Patel's clip played on loop. Jasmine Crockett's been taking money from foreign donors. Context made it damning. That evening, Patel appeared on National Truth Forum, hosted by provocateur Elliot Hargrove. Producers warned him to dodge the lawsuit topic. He laughed it off. Free promo, he said. On air, Hargrove pressed, can you prove she took foreign money? Patel faltered. I heard it from solid sources, Beltway guys, people with clearances. Hargrove pushed harder. Documents? Names? Patel paused too long. It's not about that. It's about knowing the game. The segment tanked his credibility. Clips spread with comments like, translation, I made it up. Even Hargrove's fans turned. You don't sue for $80 million and win unless you've got damage, one wrote. In Dallas, Crockett's team watched the clip. Theo grinned. He just tanked his defense on TV. Michael nodded. That's recklessness in his own words. Legal blogs pounced. American Bar Dispatch headlined, when arrogance meets accountability, teachers use the clip in classrooms to teach defamation. Radio callers raged. I'd sue him into the pavement. Patel, undeterred, posted a video claiming he was the victim. They're trying to silence me, but the public wasn't buying it. 2 sponsors pulled out. A network suspended his segment. Leaked emails from his PR team revealed panic weeks before the suit. We don't have anything to support this if she sues. We're exposed. Crockett's team folded these into their evidence. She stayed quiet, letting Patel dig deeper. The real blow came on Corbin Dale's show. Billed as Patel's chance to respond, it was a disaster. Dale, reading from a card, asked, the court says you knowingly spread lies. Can you respond? Patel smirked. That lawsuit's political theater. I've got sources. Dale pressed, can you share them, even off air? Silence. Patel's eyes darted to his lawyer off camera. It's not that simple. Folks on the Hill. Dale didn't let up. No documents? No evidence? Patel laughed nervously. I heard it from someone real close to oversight. Whispers. The room froze. It wasn't a defense, it was an implosion. The clip dominated news cycles. CNN and MSNBC replayed it. Neutral outlets like Oregon Ledger headlined, no proof, just whispers. Patel's case crumbles. Legal analyst Elise Bernard called it actual malice in real time. Public opinion turned decisively. Crockett watched silently, sipping tea. He did it for me, she told Theo. The next day, her silence spoke louder than Patel's stumbles. She wasn't chasing drama, she was building a case. Meanwhile, Patel's allies distanced themselves. Retired analyst Raymond Gibbons told NPR, this isn't whistleblowing. It's reckless. His attorney canceled interviews, reportedly re-evaluating strategy. Headlines sharpened. Patel's defamation defense collapses. In Dallas, Crockett's team filed a supplemental complaint, citing Patel's admission of no evidence. Michael called it gold. Legal blogs speculated, could this go to trial? Most defamation suits settle, but Crockett wasn't blinking. By Friday, reporters gathered outside Dallas's federal courthouse. Crockett's statement the night before, I'll comment at 10 a.m. CST drew a crowd. At exactly 10, she stepped out, holding a folder and a mic, wearing a navy pantsuit. This week, a former official accused me of crimes I didn't commit, she said. Not casually, on record, without proof. She held up the folder. This is every threat I got this week, calling me a traitor because someone said I took dirty money. The crowd was silent. This isn't about left or right. It's about what happens when we let microphones become weapons. You don't get to lie and walk away. A reporter shouted, message for Patel? She didn't hesitate. You don't scare me. The 3-minute speech went viral. You don't scare me trended. Clips spread across platforms, resonating beyond politics. Patel went silent, his Twitter dark. A source told Baytown Record he was unraveling, unprepared for Crockett's fight. More leaks followed. Emails showing his team begged him to retract before the suit. Crockett's team filed a motion for Patel's deposition. Judge Delano Ramirez set a hearing. Support for Crockett surged. Letters poured into her office. A teacher from South Dakota wrote, "You're standing your ground with grace." A student in Nevada said, "You make me believe in truth." Videos spread. TikToks, Reels, compilations titled Jasmine Crockett versus the Noise. On CNN, a voter said, "I've been lied about. It cost me a job. She's fighting the right way."